comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, that ending needs to be cut off by about 4 seconds. I'm not sharing this. I'm not putting it anywhere. I don't know if people are even going to join this one. So I don't know. It's just, you know, I need to talk one way or another. We're going to talk about loneliness. I like the whole scary thing, but you can't read my name. Let me make it bigger. If we did default with that, no, that doesn't help at all. There we go. Now you can at least read my name. It's probably just my screen. It's probably just my screen. Try Halloween font. Oh, that would be the Creepster. Okay, let's do it, and we'll put it on news. Okay, yeah. We also got some other things for us here. Here we go. Some Halloween stuff for you. I'll use those. I'll use those when I'm not talking about something that's like this. I have other backgrounds, but they don't quite work because you can't see the logo or anything. I did not mean to do that. Okay. So, welcome to Daily Trudge. I'm Dion. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching live or the rewatch. That's a little different, probably because it was this, right? Let's see what happens when we change it. I'm just curious. Yeah, okay. All right. Let's switch that over to chat. The Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous discusses loneliness, often describing it as a common and painful experience for those with alcoholism or addiction. The book says that alcoholics and addicts can experience a specific type of acute loneliness that includes feeling isolated, feeling separated, feeling shunned, and feeling too ashamed to participate in life with loved ones. Now, I've experienced all of these. I'm experiencing a few of them right now. I'm feeling isolated and separated. I don't know that I'm really feeling shunned. No. And I'm not I don't know. People are kind of saying that I'm being controlling but I don't know that that's the right word because they're following it up with other things. I do a lot of things in this community, and there's things outside of AA that you probably don't understand, and if you haven't educated yourself, you're not going to understand it. I've been doing this program for a very long time, and I've seen the way it works this way, and it doesn't work. And I'm trying to let people know that. I'm not demanding anything of anybody, okay? But I'm going to tell you, now I keep asking for help with the detox, and nobody raises their hand. Not one person in AA, right? Not one person. No. I put things out. I ask for help, and nobody helps. Nobody does. I mean, I'm at a point where I literally have to beg people to help me what I'm doing. So I'm not demanding that anybody help me, but let's say I left it alone, it wouldn't get taken care of. It wouldn't be done. Nobody would do it. Okay. If somebody was willing to do it, they would have already done it. Hey, bud, yeah, they're all locked away upstairs. You can have free run of the house right now. The book also describes the alcoholism as the lonely disease. It notes that even when surrounded by people, recovered alcoholics can feel isolated, and that's kind of how I feel right now. I've told people that I have felt lonely. I mean, I even put this up here. Nobody's going to show up. See, whenever I start to tell people that I feel lonely, what I get is advice, and it just feels me. It makes me feel more separated. It does. It just makes me feel more separated because what you're saying is you don't understand what I'm doing and maybe ask questions. Well, Dion, you know, and it isn't that it's shit advice. It isn't. It's if what I was going through is what they were talking about, they would be absolutely correct. But it's not what's happening. They're like, this stuff leads to resentment. I'm like, I'm not fighting anybody. I haven't fought anyone in any of this. I've stated a lot of fact. Advocating means you got to raise your voice every now and again. You got to bug people. You got to be that sticky little finger in there, or we won't be heard. If I wouldn't have done what I did, we wouldn't even be getting a decent detox. And I'm not bragging, I'm not doing anything else, but I did that. And I did ask for help, and I was shunned. Okay. As a male, I ask for help, and it goes fucking silent. And it makes me feel very lonely considering everything that I do. Yeah. I know you love that I talk great and it's for this, but the moment that I go against anything that you feel is wrong, you're gonna get upset with me. Right? Right? People are saying, Dion, you're telling people that they're doing it wrong. That's because it's being done wrong. If we were doing it right, we wouldn't be 50th in the country. If we were doing it right, we wouldn't be 50th in the country. Okay. Now, if we could get to a place where even being 50th in the country was great, then great. But it's not. It's not. See, if I don't do what it is that I do, your children, your grandchildren are going to die on you. Yeah. People say I do this too much. You don't live my life. How do you know? Try asking me questions. Okay? I also don't live your life, you know, and stay out of my money. I don't ask you about your money. What do you make money? What do you fucking care? Why did you want some of my money? Why are you so concerned about my money when there's somebody over here that needs help? No, you're just trying to look for something bad in me because you're judgmental, and I know that because so am I. I have a deep level of I have an honesty so deep in me that bullshit is just not it's not okay with me. No, it's not. If nobody else is going to stand up and say something, I will. I will. The book suggests that Alcoholics Anonymous can provide a fellowship that can help with loneliness. It ain't helping me right now. It's not helping me right now. I'm going to go to a noon meeting. People are going to misunderstand what I do. Nobody wants to hear it. Oh, no. It just, it's bullshit. Anyway, it says that the fellowship can provide release from worry, boredom, and care, and can help people find meaning in life. See, now I'm out here trying to be productive. I've found my meaning in life, and if you want to come across and say, "Well, you did," well, then you can just go away, because you know Is it my way or the highway? Yeah, kinda, kinda. Because I know the highway. I've lived it. I've been there before. And this ain't it. And I don't know why you don't want to believe me. You believe everything else that I say. You believe everything else that I say. Fine. Then go to a meeting in Minnesota. Go to some Minnesota meetings for about a month. You'll see it a much different. You'll find much different meetings. They'll be bigger. They'll be bigger. See, the thing is the professionals are no longer sending people to AA, and that is on AA directly. That's on AA directly. So yeah, we are doing it wrong. That's on me too. When I say we, I mean we. We're doing it wrong. Some ways to cope with loneliness and recovery include joining a support group, spending time with friends and family, communicating with loved ones, volunteering, practicing mindful meditation, exercising, engaging in artistic endeavors. But guess what? I do all of those. Yeah, sure I do. I'm in a support group. I spend with time with friends and family all day long. I'm constantly communicating with loved ones. Volunteering, I do a shit ton of service work, practicing mindful meditation. I'm trying to always figure out where's Dion at so he can be of the most use today. Exercising, I'm getting better at that. I've cut back on my smoking. I'm doing a little bit more walking. I'm getting stuff done around the house, exercising a little bit more. And you're probably wondering what my artistic endeavor is. You're here. This is it. This is my artistic endeavor here. You know, um, so just to kind of refresh that is so I'm just trying to make sure I pick the right words because I don't want because right now I'm feeling very misunderstood about why I'm lonely and you know and it's hard to describe. It is. I just um and there have been some great suggestions for me, like backing off on what I do. But here's the thing, if I back off on what I do, nobody's going to do anything about it. And I'm sorry, I will not let that happen. I can't. Um, and I do come across as a my way or highway type of, yeah, I do. But that's because rarely have I seen a person fail who's thoroughly followed the path. And I know it. I know it really well. I've been around this for a long time, and I do get frustrated that people will not listen to my experience because it is fact. It is very fact. I know that we're not going to go back to the good old days. That I know, and that's okay. It means that we can create more good old days. I'm going to use an example, and that's 12th step, doing a 12th step call. If you have not been on an actual 12th step call where it's different and it's an experience, and there's these different experiences that are happening in other states. Like if you go look at the best states out there, they're doing what I'm saying we should do. Right? I know. See, I've been a part of detoxes that were ran on what we call a success rate, and the AA rooms were full. They're small. They're small compared to what I've seen. They're getting bigger though. They're getting bigger, right? That means we're making some progress. Okay. But there's more to all this than just Alcoholics Anonymous. And it's why we have our concepts and our traditions. The responsibility statement is for the professionals. Now what they call it is the multi pathways to recovery. Okay. And for the longest time, I thought the multi pathway was you get to pick whatever pathway of recovery you wanted. And I'm sorry, but if you leave that to an alcoholic, they're going to drink. that's what will happen. You know, I have a sponsee who was in a meeting yesterday. He's like, yeah, I've decided that I'm going to tell my job that I'm an alcoholic. And we're like, whoa, 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 dude. Oh, you better talk to the people it might affect first. You might want to do that. And there, we got to stop saying that everything is an outside issue in AA, because no, it is not. Okay. Now, we are not to do anything that is to affect AA as a whole. So when there is an outside source affecting AA as a whole, you better do something about it. Yeah, that's it's part of our responsibility. But back to the multiple pathways. And I'm talking on this a lot because everybody has it wrong. I know, because I had it wrong too. The multi pathway is how you find your recovery. Okay, doesn't necessarily need to be AA, but how you are led there, whether that is by a friend, whether it is by a lawyer, a doctor. Those are the multiple pathways to recovery, and I support them all. Okay, what I do not support is the multi recovery systems. No, they won't work. Even detoxes and treatment centers need to be separated. They're two different types of things, and any company that's doing both is trying to be the alpha omega, and is probably pretty expensive to go. And treatment does work. The right treatment works. Yeah. You know, a lot of people have brought up the word control with me lately. Um, you try working with the government and getting this done. You need some control in this. You just do. You know. Now, that doesn't mean I can tell people what to do, but I think I'm being misunderstood. See, I have all sorts of frickin' service work, all sorts, depending on what you want to do. That's it. So I don't see how I'm trying to tell people how to control shit. No. I don't agree with that. And until you have done what I've done and been where I've been, you may not understand, and I'm sorry. You know, this is not how it works. It's not, right? And we better take it pretty darn seriously. Or in 10 years, you'll be attending the funerals of your grandchildren and shit. That's what'll happen, you know. So a lot of it has to do with being naive. And naive does not mean that you're stupid. Okay. So, you know, when I say we're in trouble, trust me on it. I mean, everything that I have said that is going to happen has come true. And I'll predict the next one too. Okay. All these people that are doing this bullshit are going to get caught, and they're going to blame it on fall people. They're already setting them up. I see it happening. I see it happening. They tried to do it with me when somebody reported my video for sexual content. Right? And they made sure I knew who it was. But see, I'm not fooled. I know that person is a lemming. They only do what they're told. They have no real, they don't have a higher power in their life letting them know what to do. So when people, you know, when I have God saying, okay, Dion, these are the next steps, and everybody else is like, you're being controlling. Who am I going to believe? Who am I going to listen to? I'm going to listen to God. I love you all, but we're a bunch of alcoholics, and we don't make decisions on our own. We don't. All right. I'm not trying to piss anybody off, and you know, what seems like fighting isn't fighting. I now have great relationships with these people that can actually make a difference here. Yeah, I had to do that first, or nothing was going to get done. Nothing's going to get done. The process of getting sober and staying sober is the same for everyone. Your experience, what you go through, will be different. How you see it, your perception will be different. Absolutely, it will. And we need the different experiences. Because how I say something and then you will say it the same thing but differently, but they'll understand that better, maybe because you're closer in age or something. Yeah. Okay. Now, I may be diagnosed with a lot of things, but I ain't crazy. I'm not, right? If you look back through the ages, what I'm going through is not very different. I'm sure Bill and Bob got a lot of pushback too. Okay. But I've experienced all of this before and it didn't work last time and it isn't going to work now. It just won't. So, um, so if people have suggestions on how I can approach it better and things like that, I would appreciate that. But when somebody, especially a man, says he is lonely, please don't give advice. It just it makes a person feel more separated. I know that of course, we're always trying to help because we love each other. Okay. But now I am here describing my loneliness to my own people, and that makes me feel really fucking lonely. You know, it's like the people are pretty much saying, "Yeah, Dion, we don't want to hear what you have to say now." I know it fucking hurts. I know. I have to work. I work with it every day. And then people turn around like, "Are you making money?" Fuck you. Fuck you. No, I'm tired of that. There's a little part of me that's looking for a fight. I've been staying off Facebook and shit. Um, there's something going on. I'm not sure quite what it is, and that's why I'm intentionally keeping my voice low, and I'm saying the same things I always say. But if I do it like this, man, it throws a passion into it. Do it, you see? Yeah. All right. Well, there's a noon meeting in 7 minutes, so I'm gonna attend that, and maybe God's got some words of wisdom for me in there. And let me wrap up by saying I do appreciate people that help. I mean, that does still feel good, and to know that people have my back and things like that. But we're talking a loneliness here that's just, you know, maybe it's just my brain looking for attention. That may be all it is. I mean, I was a kid who bad attention was better than no attention. And maybe I'm attention seeking right now. See, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Let me talk for 20 minutes and stuff. All right. Thank you. I love you. Peace out and have a day. Bye bye.